Hundreds of protesters gathered outside the court in New York City, demanding that the activists be freed. NewsNation's Alicia Nieves has more from New York this morning. Alicia, just intense interactions there inside the Capitol. What comes next for Khalil?
Yeah, so certainly he had a hearing yesterday, and unfortunately today, for those who wanted him freed, Mahmoud Khalil remains in detention at a Louisiana detention center. The fight for his freedom does intensify again after that hearing that happened here at court just yesterday. We know that Judge Jesse Furman was heading the hearing yesterday, and he didn't rule on any major decisions, but he did allow Khalil's lawyers to have 2 privileged and private phone conversations with their clients, something they said they haven't been able to have. That's basically a conversation about the government listening in on their conversation. So the attorneys say they struggled to contact Khalil since he has been apprehended or taken into ICE custody. What many had hoped for, as I said here a moment ago, what we saw certainly yesterday was hundreds of demonstrators outside the courthouse here in Lower Manhattan demanding that the court hear the habeas corpus petition. That's a petition to determine if ICE's detention is actually lawful, and then hopefully to free the Columbia University student if the courts determine that it's not lawful. However, again, that did not happen. The Trump administration spent a lot of the time arguing about jurisdiction in the hearing, talking about the case should be moved out of New York, that this is not the proper jurisdiction, that it should be moved to either New Jersey, where Khalil was initially taken after his detention by ICE, or Louisiana, where he's currently at, notably also a more conservative court system. Now, because of that, we didn't get to the habeas corpus petition, we didn't get to the motion to comply, and we don't get Khalil back in New York so far. But his lawyers did speak to reporters after the hearing, and this is what they had to say about their fight to still get his freedom.
Every day that Mahmoud spends in detention in Louisiana is a day too long. We and he fully intend to vindicate not just his First Amendment rights, but those of all Americans, frankly, and all lawful permanent residents, and anybody who wants to speak out.
Yeah, and following that confrontation that you showed at the top of this hit here, Trump's border czar Tom Homan also weighed in on the Palestinian activists' detention during a visit to the New York State Capitol. Take a listen.
We consider them a national security threat. When you're on campus and they say, and I hear freedom of speech, freedom of speech, freedom of speech. Can you stand in a movie theater and yell fire? Can you slander somebody verbally? Free speech has limitations.
Yeah, and so in terms of what comes next for Mahmoud Khalil, we know his lawyers are filing that petition and trying to get him back here to New York at least, instead of the detention center where he's at in Louisiana. And we know the lawyers plan to file an amended habeas corpus petition, one that's a little bit lengthier, stronger arguments, because they filed the first one in such a rush. And we know most of that is due by the end of this week. And the court at least hopes to get an answer on jurisdiction next week to then move forward with his case.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.